What's up, everybody? Tegan Andrews from Worldwide Golf. I'm here with Danny Maude. Today we're going through some elite driver tips. We're going to keep the ball straight in the air, and he's going to show us how to do it. Worldwide Golf has been around since 1963. We've been partners with Callaway for over 40 years. So with that being said, we cannot thank you enough for coming out here today, Danny, and working with us.
It's an absolute pleasure. I'm really looking forward to it.
Beautiful. Let's get some balls in the air. All right, we're going to start off with a driver tip here. Danny, take it away.
So Tegan, +5 handicap. Seriously good player. Tell me some of the things that you put into your kind of driver motion to hit the ball straight.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably one of the main things is that, you know, especially on a day like today where there's some wind and some other outside factors, being able to hit a fairway finder, something you can tee up a little bit lower, definitely controls the dispersion a little bit better, keeps it under the wind. And I think everybody at one point, you know, it doesn't really matter what level you are, if you can have a fairway finder in your bag and know the keys about ball position and stuff, it's going to be really helpful for keeping it in play.
So for those watching, you know, when you think about everyone wants a fairway finder,
yeah,
right? So what are the things that you put in place to make sure you hit the fairway?
I think probably one of the main things is that, first of all, with visualization and setup, I just want to pick the safe side. So we've got water on the right here. I'm probably going to playing it down more on the left.
Let's just stop for a second. So that's really, really important. So many people, when they're setting up to driver, the first thing they're thinking about is golf swing. And what Tegan's doing here really, really smartly, and all great players do this, they're not just picking a target, they're also visualizing that shot.
Yeah.
So the shot is basically leading to then the next stage, which is ball position and setup. As opposed to most people are going to the golf ball, they're kind of setting up, trying to get everything right, and they haven't really got any focus. They're often saying, I just want to hit it out there.
Yeah.
But you've picked your spot, you've got that visualization, and then you start to kind of bring in the setup.
Yeah.
So what happens next?
Well, I think that after the setup, I'm kind of putting it slightly back in my stance to kind of keep it lower. And
how far back would you have it? So
I would like to kind of position this somewhat middle. And you can feel it. Drivers, you know, typically up towards the left portion of the toe, right inside this big toe here. To keep it a little lower and a little safer, I'd like to kind of put it just like back in my stance ever so slightly, maybe just a ball position further
that just helps you catch it maybe a little bit more on the way down?
Exactly. Yeah. And then from there, I just want to make sure that I'm staying within myself. I'm not swinging too big, too massive. I think one of the things I've always heard is swing easy and be prepared for the extra distance. I think it's a great thing to kind of visualize, especially in wind. I think people try to hit it really hard in the wind a lot of the time. I think the smoother you can hit it in the wind, the better chance you have of keeping it
when it's breezy,
swing
it easy.
Yeah, there you go. There's another one. Yeah.
So one of the things I noticed when you're setting up as well, you've got ball position slightly back, but one of the things you again, all great players, they often take for granted, but look how square all these shoulders and arms are. How your forearms are beautifully square, your shoulders are beautifully square, their hips here are perfect. Look at the legs. They're all matching in. If you struggle with slicing the golf ball, ball position tends to get a bit too far forward, shoulders get a little bit open, forearms start to aim a little bit left of target. But all these simple things that great players, they really just take for granted. And Tegan, there's a reason why you play off +5.
Thank you.
Let's see it in action. Wow. So Tegan, obviously you're behind the golf ball now. You're going to pick your target out. You're going to visualize that shot.
Yeah.
And you're going to move in. You're going to get that ball position just slightly back in your stance. Everything's completely lined up. And then what do you do?
And then I just blank brain. I try to keep it as quiet as possible. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look behind it, visualize my shot. We got wind off the right. I'd like to play a little bit of a cut into it just to keep it straight because I don't want to get in too far left. My target's going to be on the left side of the fairway so I can keep it away from the water. And then once I stand over the ball, I'm not thinking about anything else anymore. No swing thoughts, no nothing. Just blank brain it and go from there.
Huge, huge point for all of you watching. No swing thoughts. Awesome.
And obviously there's a time for swing thoughts and stuff too, but that's for the range. That's for another time. Once you step onto the course, I think it's really important that your mind is empty and that you're thinking just about your visualization and your setup.
So good, and that's such a common trait with all the best players in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Danny, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
And as well, go get fit for the elite driver today at a Worldwide Golf retail location near you.